since I've been here. Kind of has, huh? Hello, hello. Good morning, Kathy. All right. We're doing Stone. This is the last day for my trunk show stock. The old stock, new old stock. Last day for that. But don't worry, we're gonna have stone after that too. Hi, Pam. It was good. I went to the Denver Bead Show, and let me tell you how I massively blew my budget, which means there's amazing goodies for you guys. I mean, the budget I had set, I spent that amount in the first 2 hours I was there. So hopefully you guys want to buy a lot because I got a big bill to pay. Just kidding. I mean, not really, but a little bit. It's not your responsibility. It's mine to show you things. Oh my goodness. But man, yeah, it was really fun. I bought a lot. So we will continue to have stone shows every week for a while. Because there's a lot of goodies. Oh. Well, I'm not showing the stuff from that I bought new today. Today's the last day for trunk show stuff. So, I mean, yeah, you'll miss that, but let's see, is it even streaming? I need to see. Yay, it is. It looks like it might. Yep, it's working. Okay, it is streaming to YouTube, so you can always go there and see if there's see what's left from the show. But yeah, we'll just dive right in though. How about that? Let's just dive right in. So we'll have next week we'll start with new goodies from the bead show, but these are still okay. So I could not match these prices with stuff I bought. I did my best to get great deals, and I feel like I did get good deals. But these are gonna be hands down some of the best deals around, just because they kept these old stock prices on all of these. So, all right, so we're doing bundle show. Anything that is $7 or more, I will do a half strand for you. So when you comment, say half or full, so I know if you want a full strand or half strand. These strands are right at 16 inches, all of them. This is an 8mm faceted smoky quartz round. Look how gorgeous those are. Those are beautiful. $13 for a full strand. So what is that? $6.50 for a half strand on these. I'll probably keep these anyways if they don't sell, because you guys, I cannot. Nobody has these prices. Nobody does. Amazing. Half for Pam. And I do have to do a hard stop at 2 hours today. And half for Donna. We are back in the full swing of school. So my littlest is at preschool, and I have to go pick her up in 2 hours. So we'll have a hard stop today, hard stop on Wednesday. Thursday will be my last show of the week. And she will be here, but we don't have to have such a hard stop on Thursday. So FYI, these are beautiful. I love a good smoky quartz like this. And let me tell you, I don't have any more, but all of you guys that got that Botswana agate, the stuff I was finding that was equally as beautiful, I would have to pay wholesale around $10, depending on the size. So if you guys got those, Those Botswana agate rounds, that was a deal. All right, got one of these left. I know, they were a good deal. Got one for Pam and one for Donna. I cannot wait to show you guys everything I got. I found some good stuff. And all sorts of price ranges too, which I was glad about. I got some really good deal stones, you know, that aren't as high end, but that's okay. They're still pretty. I hand-picked them all, you guys, so they better be nice. And then I got a few things that are not not inexpensive, let's put it that way. All right, these are 14 for a full strand, 7 for a half. This is a red jasper teardrop. Maybe I'll do you a sneak peek of the thing that I bought that's the most expensive because they're gorgeous. But these are $7 for a half strand, 14 for a full red jasper teardrops, 12 by 8 millimeter. You get a bunch of these even on a half strand because that tip doesn't take up very much room on the strand. Beautiful. I did find some new blue lace agate that's gorgeous. And what else did I find? A little bit of labradorite. You guys know me. I don't order any of my stones, but especially labradorite. You just don't know what's gonna show up quality wise. All right, these we're only doing full strands on because they're only $5. Let's see, 3 millimeter round cherry quartz faceted, $5 for a full strand. 3 millimeter faceted rounds. One for Sam. Hi, Sam. How are you today, my friend? 3 millimeter round faceted cherry quartz. Really pretty. Kind of like a watermelon pink. $5 for a full strand. 16 inches long. All right. I didn't buy a lot of teeny tinies, which I love the teeny tinies, but I did not buy very many. Maybe I should have. Oh well. I ran out of budget. I left. I was going to be there for 2 full days, and I left at lunchtime on the second day because I really blew it. It's okay. In all the good ways. Getting stronger. Yeah, I hear you, Sam. You do what you can do. Don't overdo it, okay? $6, so only full strands on these. $6, 6 by 4 millimeter carnelian rice. One for Sam. Beautiful. Really nice fall color. That nice, I don't know, kind of orangey red. Not really either one, but kind of both. $6 a strand on those. So when I do my new stock that I just bought, I'm not going to be able to do half strands until about the $20 price point. Just so you guys are aware. Good morning, Karen. All right, these are also $6. $6, so no half strands on these, just full strands. I've got 2 of these. Hi, Wise. How are you? Another carnelian, 7 millimeter round. Kind of a funny size, but that's okay. One for Sam, one for Donna. Those are gone. Ooh, these are good. Okay, I feel like I did find 2 more strands of these on when I was shopping, but I don't know the pricing. These are $8. This was a $8 full strand. I only have a half strand left for $4. Faceted picture jasper, 8 millimeter rounds. They're really pretty. Try and keep them on the string mostly. You don't see faceted picture jasper very often. I think that's very cool. $4 for that half strand. It's the only one I have left. Pam, you got it. What are these? These are $8 for a full strand, so we can do half strands at $4 for a half strand. Moss agate, 14 by 4 millimeter square tubes, half for Kathy. Oh my gosh, Shelly, so much stuff. So much stuff. I was supposed to be there probably 4 to 5 hours longer than I was because I literally was like, not sure my credit card's gonna work anymore. They're gonna say, nope, we're shutting you down. My husband's like, why didn't you stay longer? I was like, because I didn't have a second credit card. Hi, Tay, how are you? It was so much fun. I went into it kind of skeptical. Like, I wasn't sure how many good deals I was gonna find, but let me tell you, I did find one booth that was like all old stock, again with old stock pricing. So I did get some stuff that's gonna be really good deals. And I was like buying them out of things because, you know, I gotta have it. Half for Kathy, half for Sam. I'm doing great. This is moss agate. $8 for a full strand, $4 for a half. Yeah. It was so much fun. And I get to do it all again in February when I go to Tucson. So I'm really excited. I'm excited about that too. Tucson's way bigger than what Denver has. Even though they say Denver is like second largest, Tucson is untouchable in size. So I really got to be saving my pennies and probably get at least a second or third credit card for Tucson. Because I know, yeah, that's a good idea. I need Christmas money. $6, so only full strands on these. I have 2 left. These are 12 by 5 millimeter rice-shaped carnelian. Two strands left, $6, 16 inches long. And I can confirm these prices are not available anymore after shopping this weekend. I do know. I suspected that was the case, but now I can officially confirm. What are these? They're some little chunkies. Sam on one of the carnelian rice. What's difference? That difference. What are you asking, Sam? Between like this one and the other rice? The other rice is smaller. Or were you asking about difference in the pricing? These are like prices from like 20, 25 years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah. 2 different size rice. Here's the other rice that you got. Those will be fun to mix together even. Oh, you want 2 strands? Okay. Of which one? Sorry. I'm getting confused. You want 2 of this larger one or difference between the 2 strands? That's what you're saying. Difference between the 2 strands. Okay. Okay. That's okay. No. You're good. You're good. All right. So I have 1 of each of those sizes for you. Perfect. We're on the same page. All right. These also will only be full strands because they're $6. 9 by 10 millimeter green aventurine nuggets. That measurement is a rough measurement, of course, because they're nuggety. One for Sam. One for Donna. One for Am Torres. Good morning. I got one more. $6. Green Aventurine. I wish I could bring you all with me when I'm doing these shopping things. It would be so much fun. What is this? All right, this is an imitation turquoise. I don't even think it's magnesite. I don't even think it's stone. I know, wouldn't that be so fun? It feels a little plasticky, to be honest. But these are $4. So if you like the color and don't really care about what it actually is. Oh, Pinewood Craft. Thank you, Donna, for that last aventuring. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did miss it. Good morning, Pinewood. How are you? Ooh, I almost wrote on your drawer with a Sharpie. Brindley cleaned my tabletop again, and that means everything is in random drawers. So I have to figure out what drawer she put my stuff in. All right. It's been cooler the last few days here. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be like today. Oh, gotcha. Good for the most part. Oh, good. Good, good. I feel that. There's always little something's going on. But yeah, they feel a little plasticky. They don't feel like stone. It does say imitation turquoise. They are smooth. They are round. They're $4 for a full strand though, so a good way to get a good color in. One for Donna. Sweaty and muggy. Ugh. 63, Shelly. That's downright chilly. That's kind of where it was the first day I was shopping at the gym shows. It was so chilly. I think it was like, yeah, mid 50s, low 60s. And I wasn't going to bring a sweater in because half of it's outside. And then I was like, no, I need to bring a sweater. All right, $5. See, this is stone. This is dyed howlite. But it's dyed. But it's a really pretty shade of blue. Full strands only on these. $5 for 16 inches, 6mm rounds. One for Sun. Good morning, Sun. Nice and cool this morning in Mississippi. Ooh, nice. That's a nice break, I'm sure. $5, 16 inches, 6mm blue howlite. It's not even like turquoise colored. It's definitely blue, but it's really pretty. Sure, Kathy. Let's swap that out for you. Stones will haunt you. 65 in Houston. Wow. That's pretty chilly too. I think I didn't even look at when I dropped Brindley off. I didn't even look at what the car said the temperature was. I was just driving. So nice. 84, cooler but muggy. Yeah, we don't get muggy here, which is nice. Although we've had a pretty high humidity for Colorado the last week or so. 70. That's like perfect, right, Kathy? 70. I love that. All right, more dyed howlite. $5 for full strands. 4mm cubes, red dyed howlite. It has a little bit of a pink tinge to it, not a ton, but kind of that almost pink shade of red. $5, 16 inches long. One for Kathy. 4mm cubes. You guys have me curious now. What is our weather supposed to be? What is it supposed to be? Oh, see, it's 69 right now. Oh, it's supposed to be 82. Ugh. 83, 86, 84, 78. That's all week. Not terrible, I guess. Not chilly. There's some regular howlite. These are $5 a strand, 4mm round howlite. This is how it naturally looks. Nice clean slate for them to dye all sorts of colors with, but this is white. And you see that really pretty gray matrix on there. One for sun. 4mm rounds, $5, 16 inches. Yeah, exactly right, Sam. It wasn't a bad buy, but I feel what you're saying. What the heck was I thinking? That's what I was thinking. I get it. These are cool. We've got 2 strands left. $8 for a full strand. We can do $4 for a half strand. This is white quartz in a 12mm lentil shape. Really cool drill on these. Sam, is that for a full or a half? Very cool. Half. You got it. $4 for a half. White quartz. It's kind of a cloudy, like when we're doing check glass, like an opal glass. But this is stone. It's quartz. These are cool. I heard somebody the other day described them as stacky. She's like, I like the way they're stacky. Like, yes. Sam for a half strand. And Sam, you did get my reply too, I hope. I messaged you. I don't know, Saturday maybe. All my days are blending together. Anybody else on a full or a half on these? $4 for a half. $8 for a full. Nice and stacky. They are circle. They're coin shaped, but they are drilled in a way that they kind of lay on top of each other. It's very cool. It feels nice too. It has a nice smooth texture to it. I have hematite. I can show you that next. Might be the only other color. Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to let you know that there is a message there. Because we know how the whatnot messaging stuff works. It works, but you gotta pay attention to know that you have messages. Alright, here's the hematite. Hematite is 11 for a full strand, so $5.50 for a half. Same 12mm size. Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. That's okay. I wasn't in a rush or anything. I just wanted you to know it was there. Really reflective, good old shiny hematite. $11 for a full strand. These are a little thinner, a little more wafery. They're very cool actually. $5.50 for a half. All right, bite them. No, thank you. It's totally, yeah, that's no problem, Sam. I have 1.5 strands left of these. Cape Amethyst, $4.50 for a half strand, $9 for a full. Is that for half or full, Sam? full. All right, that leaves me with a half strand for $4.50, and that is for Sun. Yeah, those are pretty. These are giant. They're cool. They're just not small. Okay, what's going on here? These are big chunky amethyst nuggets. 22 by 13 millimeters. These are $12 for a full strand. So 6 for a half. Purple. I know. And one of my hair's in there. Very fun, right? Sam, was that for a half or a full? Got half for Am Torres. A full, these are right at 16 inches for all of these today. I think this one is all spoken for. It is nice, yeah. Only if everyone gets some. Okay, I think if you get a full, not everyone will get their halves, but you're in line there, so you tell me. I do have another strand that's lighter and a little more expensive of something that's similar, so I can do that one next. Half, okay. Let's see how far we get. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. This is why I need Brinley here to reach those stones that fall. Just kidding. I got it. I got it. You and Trey sharing more. That's sweet. Brinley's getting a little confused at school because they're always talking about sharing, and it's nice to share, but you can't share food. Which, in her class, she's the only one with an allergy, so it's good that they're not sharing food, but okay. All right, I think, let's see, Am Torres, half for Sam, half for Sun, half for Donna, and then those are gone. But I have this one. I only have one strand, so a half strand will be $7.50. Full strand's $15. This is Cape Amethyst. It's a little more shaped. It's still nuggety. Pam, is that for half or full on that one? Half and half. Okay. You guys each get half of that. And that one's gone. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys want to see? I'm going to do a sneak peek. Pam and Sam. I'm going to do a sneak peek. I cannot wait to show you guys these. Yes. All right, this is a sneak peek of the most expensive thing I bought. I don't know if this is good or bad, but they're gorgeous. And I walked away from the Strand and I was like, oh, they're going to haunt me. So I went back and got them. Because they're so pretty. I don't even know. Hopefully they show up well on the camera. All right, these are going to be $20 per bead. They are so, so pretty. Freshwater pearls. Nope, not blue lace. Not blue lace. I did buy blue lace, but so I'll show those next week after I get them bagged up and priced up. But the finish, like the luster and oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. Yeah, so next week I'll show those for sale. I'm teasing you. Yeah, like this Baroque style, exactly. I just thought, I was like, they could make gorgeous pendants. And for like a pendant, I feel like $20 might be worth it. Or really fancy earrings, you know. But yeah, those will be 20 a bead next week. I know. I did not buy mini pearls. I think I only bought one other pearl style because they were just so expensive and not that pretty. So, you know, one guy he's like, those are $22. That's the best price ever. And I'm like, ugh. Wholesale $22? I don't even know if I can retail them for 22. No, thank you. They really have. All right, these are full strands only because they're only $6. $6, 10 millimeter round picture jasper. I love when you start getting bigger picture jasper because you can really start seeing some of the patterns and pictures in them. They're so cool. One for Donna, one for Pam. That's why I didn't feel too bad paying what I did for that fancy strand because I was like, well, at least they're gorgeous. And that vendor usually does have really gorgeous pearls, but again, other strands were going to have to be like $50. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. If you guys think it is to get more like high-end pearls that would be in the neighborhood of 50 or so, let me know. I can stock them. I just was feeling hesitant about it. You love gorgeous pearls. But yeah, for $50 though, I mean, it's a price point issue, not a gorgeousness issue. All right, I have 1.5 strands of these. Red Adventuring Open Triangle. Those are $13 for a full strand. I have a half strand also for $6.50. I can also cut this one up. Yeah, it depends on the pearl. I feel that. Maybe in Tucson I'll have better luck with pearls. Half for Sam. These are cool. I bet you could fit a 4 or 5 millimeter. Definitely a 4, possibly a 5 millimeter. I think 6 millimeter would probably be too big to fit inside that hole. Really pretty. Cool shape. I did buy one frame shape like that. I thought it would be cool. All right. So let's see. I'm thinking I bought, in Blue Lace Agate, I bought a 10 millimeter round, a really cool corner drill shape, and I think some teardrops. But I have these now. These are not terrible. 4 millimeter rounds, you tend to get not quite as much banding in a 4 millimeter. These are $8 for a full strand, $4 for a half. I know the corner cuts are cool. They are cool. I could find them. Pinewood, would you like a full or a half on these? Full, you got it. Let's pick you a pretty one. They're all pretty similar, actually. I like those beads on there. I love Blue Lace Agate. So the corner drill ones are from the same lady I got those faceted rectangles from last year. Oh, and she found another shape for me. They're gonna be a little pricier. I'm gonna have to sell them per bead. I don't think they're not gonna be 20 per bead though. I don't think. How much did I pay for those? I paid a lot. They'll probably be like $10 a bead. That's not too bad, I guess. Blue lace agate right now. Oh, I love it. Oh gosh, I love blue lace agate. I love the old stock where you get really good banding and they're just gorgeous. Oh, looks like I only have one of these. $12 for a full strand, $6 for a half. Jade, 10 by 8 millimeter faceted ovals. I would guess this is Canadian jade because it has that kind of olivey tone to it, but not 100% sure. It's not tagged, so that is just a guess as to where it's from. $6 for a half. Sam's getting a half, so I have one more half if anybody else wants it. Faceted ovals. Anybody else on these? Half strand for $6. Really pretty green jade. It's okay, I can keep them. I like them. Or they might show up again as we look at stone on a later date. I can't send them a half strand back. I only can send them full strands back, which is fine. No problem. I love these. Snowflake Obsidian, $11 for a full strand, $5.50 for a half. These are a 10 by 6 millimeter faceted rectangle. Really great shape, really nice size. And I love the patterns on Snowflake Obsidian. I do. I love this stuff. Love it. What did I say? $5.50 for a half. If you guys are just joining, welcome, welcome. I'm doing stone strands today. We're doing a bundle show. And the way I'm working these strands is anything that is $7 or more, I will do a half strand for you if you would like. Anything $6 or less, we're doing full strands. So when you comment to claim, just let me know if you want a half strand or a full strand so I can get you what you're asking for. That looks like half on all of these. Really pretty stone. Really pretty cut. So one of the vendor, I didn't realize this. The vendor I got that rectangle blue lace agate from last year. A few of you bought a half strand just the last week or two. Anyway, and I know a bunch of you have gotten pairs when I have had that available. But all of her stone is hand cut, which I didn't realize. So none of it's like machine cut. It's all hand cut, and it is stunning, which does explain her pricing a little more. Her prices are not the most competitive, but for what you're getting in the process that it takes to make all those beads, her prices are reasonable. I know, and she had some really cool shapes that nobody else does, and it's because she's having them hand cut. She goes and buys, I don't know if she goes, but she buys blocks of the rough and she hires people to hand cut them. And so I did get a few things from her because they're beautiful. Half strand for Am Torres. Half for Donna. Half for Sam. Half for Son. All right, I have one full or two halves left. If anybody else is staring at those, wishing they want them. Yeah, she had, I don't know, I might regret it. And maybe I can get them in when I go to Tucson if this sounds like something you guys would want. She had the tiniest stars, stone cut stars and little hearts that I've ever seen. They may have been like a 4mm. They were tiny. But I think I would have had to sell them for like 22 for a full strand. But they're gorgeous. They're tiny, but the labor involved made them more expensive. So I left them. I didn't buy them because I just thought maybe it was too high of a price point for such a tiny bead. But I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind when I go to Tucson. All right. These are $8 for a full strand. So we can do half strands for $4. This is African turquoise in a 4mm cube. Half for Sam. African turquoise. I did not see much African turquoise at all. In fact, I don't know if I bought any on this shopping trip I just went on. I wonder why that is. I wonder. I don't know. These I have. These are $8 for a full strand, $4 for a half. 4mm cubes. All right, we got half for Sam, half for Donna. Anybody else on these? $8 for a full strand, $4 for a half. I love when you get some of those rusty tones in with the turquoise. I think it's beautiful. I love it. I still have that junk in my throat. So annoying. All right. What do we have here? Okay, I have denim lapis. This is a full strand. It just doesn't have a tag, but I can cut it. $12 for a full strand, $6 for a half. And I have, looks like 1.5 strands. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Half for Sam, half for Donna. I have a full strand left. Excuse me, I had a funny hiccup. Lila had giant hiccups last night. We were driving in the car. So she was like singing. So she would hiccup mid note. It was really funny. Silly girl. Silly girl. All right, 7mm green zebra jasper. $7 for a full strand, $3.50 for a half. I have 3.5 strands of these. 7mm round. That was funny thing about this stuff I got was there was some odd sizes like 7mm rounds, which I don't know, that's cool. I love these. It's kind of that sagey green and then ivory banding almost on it. Just part of the jasper structure. Half for Pam. $7 for a full. $3.50 for a half. Half for Donna. I probably am not going to get through everything in these trays today. So if there's a color or a stone that you're hoping I show today, please let me know so we can prioritize that if I have it. I do have to send all this back, whatever I'm not selling. It goes back after today. Then we made it through most of it actually, so that's good. And I think we did make it through all of it once. This is the second time through. I know, gotta send it back. Or else I owe them a lot of money if I keep it all. There's some things that I don't want to keep, so that's okay. And I haven't really shown you guys that stuff. because I don't love it. All right. Donna for half. Half for anybody else, full for anybody else. There we go. There we go. Okay. More lapis. No time for ick, exactly. $11 for a full strand, $5.50 for a half. Half for Sam. Lapis. These are 13 by 4mm square cylinders. It says square tubes. $5.50. $5.50 for half. $11 for full. Oh, I did get a screaming deal on some large lapis ovals. I forget what I paid, but it was really good. And they're beautiful. Sure, Pinewood. So you can check out today if you want, or if you want to wait till Wednesday or Thursday this week, if those shows work for your schedule, you can roll over until then. I'm gonna do I forget what shows I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, Check Glass on Wednesday, Charms on Thursday. So it's up to you if you want to check out now or if you want to wait till later this week. If either of those interest you. Okay, half for Sam. Anybody else a full or a half on this? Okay, that's okay. No problem, Pinewood. Not a problem. Slide that out of the way. We have one at 8 and one at 6, putting you at 14 for today. I always just like to offer that. It's never, whatever you need to do is fine. I don't have any problem with either way. Beads. We're selling beads. Okay. There you go, Pinewood. Oh, I ran it for 30 seconds. That's annoying. Sorry. There you go. It's going to count down for a while. I thought I clicked the thing to run it shorter, but I guess it didn't take. Thank you so much, Pinewood. I appreciate you. Glad you could come in for a bit this morning. It's counting down. Thank you, thank you. Put this one away. Thank you. Hope to see you soon, my friend. You're welcome. All right, I have one of these. $9 for the full strand, $4.50 for a half 4x6 faceted black onyx rondelles. Half for Sam. That leaves me with one more half for $4.50. These are really nice. Really great price, honestly. Really, the only thing I was finding, these are 9, I know, but I have had a bunch of things that were 6 Amtoras for the other half of these. There's only been a handful of things. The only things that I could do for retail for $6 from things that I bought from the shows. Well, I guess that's not true. I did buy some like dyed agate things that I will be able to do for $6. But otherwise, it was like all teeny tiny things. Nothing larger like I've had today. Outside of the dyed agate. Torres and Sam. Hi, Queenie. How are you? How are you doing? Good morning. All right, these are cool. They're bigger, but they're fun. I like them. $11 for a full strand, $5.50 for a half strand. These are Howlite twists, 20 by 10 millimeters. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Queenie. I hope to be a bright spot in your day. This probably. I don't know if they would send different stock or not. These are $5.50 for a half strand or $11 for a full. Howlite. It's Howlite. In this cool twist shape. So here's the deal, Queenie. I will be keeping a half strand because I already have a half cut. So how about if I still have them next month when you're ready, then you can have them. I don't really want to hold this stuff that long because it's the trunk show setup. Does that work for you? But yeah, I'm committed to a half strand on those because I cut them. Okay. These are $12 for a full strand, $6 for a half. Black onyx teardrops, 10 by 5 millimeters. A little kind of more narrow than we normally see. Okay, I'm sorry, Queenie. I hope your day improves, my friend. $6 for a half strand, $12 for a full, half for Sam. Black onyx. I didn't see a lot of black onyx either, actually. Kind of interesting. Stones, oftentimes they'll go in waves. Like all of a sudden things are very easy to get, and then they go a chunk of time where you don't see them. It's kind of interesting. Like I know I've said before, I don't see a lot of rhyolite, And in this last show I went shopping, I did get a good decent amount of rhyolite for good pricing. So yeah, it just goes in waves a lot of times. I know the black is so good. It's so good. You're right, it's very classy. It's pretty with gold, it's pretty with silver. It's pretty with lots of things. Yeah, it was Slim Pickings, exactly. Is Intergym a good show in Illinois? I feel like in Denver they come 4 times a year, and I only go in September because even then it feels like a dying show. I got a few things there, but man, there's just not a lot of people shopping, and every year there's fewer and fewer vendors. I don't know. Maybe I hope it's better in other cities, but in Denver, that show in particular is not great anymore. It used to be. Yeah, a little black dress of stones, exactly. I agree. Yeah, it used to be one of the best shows, but I don't know. One of the things that's good for you guys that I don't love, unless you have a wholesale license, then you wouldn't like it either. But they set up this show, so the first 2 days was wholesale only, and then the second 2 days was open for retail buyers. But the vendors weren't changing their prices to give me a better price so I can retail it for what they're going to retail it for. So basically, they're charging me retail prices. So it doesn't make sense for me to do that. This is white quartz. We had this in that lentil. Obsidian rounds. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, good. I'm glad you found something. Exactly. 4mm natural white quartz. $8 for a full strand, $4 for a half. Sam for a half. 4mm cubes. I will say too, the cube, I found some cubes and this was almost the retail price. She was trying to sell them to me for $7 for retail or for wholesale. So this is a really good price. Good price. I didn't buy them for $7 because I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, here's one strand of black onyx. These are 11 for the full strand, so $5.50 for the half. These are nice. 8x10, 10x8mm. Faceted ovals. Half for Donna, half for Sam. $5.50 for half. The last minute, I decided to buy a big bag on wheels to shop at these shows I was going to. Oh, I was so glad I did. I filled it up, and then on my way out, I ran into this booth the one that had the crazy good deals, and I was buying like everything on their tables. And my rolly bag was all the way full already. I was like, good thing I'm headed to my car. Be carrying that stuff around all week, all day. All right, Donna and Sam for those. I know. Thank goodness for Amazon 4-hour delivery. That saved me there. All right, these are on my cover photo. These are imitation. They feel plasticky again, but the color's cool. $4 for a full strand. We're only doing full strands on those. It's an imitation coral 4x3mm rondelle. Again, I don't think they're any kind of stone, but the color's cool. $4 for a full strand. Oh, I should show you guys some pictures of things I found. Some of the gems. It's just fun. Oh, are these magnetic? They are. All right, these are magnetic 6mm hematite rounds, full strands only. These are $5. They are magnetic. They're not super strong, so it's not gonna like be a clasp strength or anything like that. But one way that's really fun to use these magnet beads is if you just string them on like a really long line, like 3 feet long, space them evenly, and then when you wrap it around your wrist, they do stack and stay on that way. One for Shelly. Yeah, I think it depends on the area. We have so I'm an hour from Denver. So they have giant warehouses in Denver. And then they've just built a couple of giant warehouses where I am. So it's not everything. I don't get everything for that quickly, but there's some things I can. I was going to show you pictures. Let's look at some pictures. Oh, this was really cute. This was a gemstone dress that this lady had for sale. I thought that was fun. I was like, I need that. I didn't buy it though. I was set on buying beads. This is a giant piece of Amazonite and smoky quartz that this man found on his pocket of land. And it's about an hour west of where I am. It was huge. It was amazing. Amethyst. They have so many of these amethyst geodes. I think I got a few pictures. Oh, and then they had these really cool trees somebody made. I know. I some people have found things even locally. Oh, I took a picture of these for Lila. Carved Pikachu stones. She really likes Pikachu right now. Tons of amethyst everywhere. It's very fun. Another picture of that. Oh, here's the labradorite slab that you could turn into a tabletop that I wanted. I didn't get a price on it, but this picture was taken in the dark. They didn't have lights on yet, and it's still flashy. I really wanted it. And then they had a round version. Yeah, you have a huge amethyst geode? That's awesome. So yeah, there was some cool stuff. Let's see what else. Oh, they had a T-Rex stand built up. I don't know how they bring this stuff in. Oh, these were huge. This had to be 6 feet tall. Just amazing. Oh, and then this was gold rutile, natural. I think she said this one was found in South America somewhere. Peru, maybe. It is incredible. I didn't get a price on that either. Oh, and then stone table and chairs. If you really need all the things. It's like, oh my goodness. Too funny. But that's all I didn't take very many pictures. I should have taken more, but I was on a mission. On a mission. Whoops. Okay, these are 7 for a full strand, $3.50 for a half, 3mm hematite cubes. $3.50 for a half or 7 for a full. Back to the beads now. Yeah, I mean there's so much to see at these shows. I walked for hours. It was really fun though. I was so tired when I got home. Understandably. But it was well worth it. All right. Hematite. Like a square tubes. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not tagged right. $4 for a full strand on these. 13 by 4 millimeters. $4. I have 2 full strands. These are full strands only. These will be $6. 6mm round bloodstone jasper. So they call it bloodstone. If you look close, yeah, there you go. You see the little red splatters on there? Like little blood splatters. One for Shelly. 3 stone square and 2 that I cut in half for sofa tables. That's cool, Sam. That's really cool. Someday I will end up with a labradorite piece of furniture somewhere, somehow. These are $6 for a full strand, 6mm rounds. We're just doing full strands on these. One for Am Torres. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. My vendor sent me a lot of these. I did not ask for these. They're cool, but I have more than I think I need. All right, these are $20 for a full strand, $10 for a half strand. They are a great price. And then I think $1, or I can do $1 per bead. I have them loose. We could do $1 per bead. 20mm rose quartz hearts. 20 for a full strand, 10 for a half strand, or $1 per bead. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because yeah, you need somebody who knows what they're doing to build that. What's this? Looks like I just have a half strand of this. 450 ruby zoisite. I will say there's not much ruby in there, so if you like the green part, this is a cool strand. 8mm coin. Looks like that's, oh, those are lentils. They're stacky. They're the stacky kind. So not really like a true coin, but that hole is offset again so that they stagger onto each other, which is really cool. I'll get them out of the bag. Half strand is all I have left for $4.50. If I can find my flashlight, I can check. There's not many ruby spots in there. I can see that. My darling daughter, one of them, has put my flashlight somewhere that I don't know where. I say, don't play with it, because I need to know. I need to know where it is. Okay. I did check them the first time I showed them, and the ruby spots do glow, so they are rubies in there. But you're going to have to take my word for it, because I have no idea where that flashlight went. Half strand, $4.50. There's a couple that have little ruby spots on there, but yeah, not a ton. It's mostly the green. All right. We're coming down to the end here. That's good. That's good. I wanted to get through as much as we could. We still have a little less than an hour left. One strand available, $12 for a full, 6 for a half. They're calling this pink adventuring. It's very peachy. I don't know if I would say pink. It's very peachy. 10 millimeter faceted round, half for Sam. I'll show you against the white so you can see that color better. Anybody for the second half for $6? 10 millimeter faceted round. Pam will take the other half. Thank you. I'm going to show some of this. Pam and Sam. Oh, you didn't. You didn't. Don't worry about that. If I cared, I wouldn't offer to do that. Okay. Just know that. Just know that. These are $10 for a full strand, $5 for a half, 1.5 strands. This is a unikite and that same 20 by 10 millimeter swirl shape, kind of twisted. These are cool. Half for Shelly. And then I have a full or 2 halves left. $10 for a full, 5 for a half. Unikite. I feel like that's a fun one to say. I don't know why. There's a street in town called Uinta, and my husband always says it, Uinta. Uinta where? It cracks me up. Okay, $12 for a full strand, 6 for a half, 3 millimeter smooth lapis. They're so pretty. They're nice and blue. There's not a ton of pyrite in them, but they're really nice, rich blue. 6 for a half, 12 for a full. Uinta. Cracks me up. Guys, anybody do anything fun this weekend? What'd you guys do? We had, we woke up to hot air balloons again today. Sometimes they fly over our house when they just have their normal touristy flights. So they were over our house this morning. It was fun. I know. It is. You're right. And it's stone. That's like what Sun said a few weeks ago. She said, why use seed beads as spacers when you can have gems? And I thought that was an excellent point. They're beautiful. They're just little 3 millimeter rounds. And I love them. Yeah. Now, some of these, just because they're not selling today, doesn't mean I'm sending them back. I might keep some as well. It depends a little bit on how much I owe him, because I really blew my budget by like 2.5 times. Or angel heads, yeah. I am getting the tinier angel wings. I feel like 3 millimeter might be a little small, but we could try it when they get here. Actually, I should check that tracking. They took so long to get this silly box. It's 2 boxes. It took so long for them to ship it. But luckily I paid for like 3 to 5 days shipping to get it here. Where's my tracking number? Weird. I don't know. Okay, we'll check it later. Sam for half. Anybody else for half? We're full on that. Okay. Half for Karen. You got it, my friend. You've been so quiet and well behaved. Karen, okay. I have to show you guys a sneak peek. I don't have them ready for sale today, but Karen, I saw these when I was shopping, and I thought of you, and I bought as many as I could. So they're not. I don't have them priced yet. But look what I'll have next week. Aren't they the cutest? Oh my goodness. Another little tease. So cute. I bought as many as I could of those because I knew you guys would like them. But Karen told me, if you see cats, get cats. Always get cats. So I got cats. Okay. Only one of these left. And we're doing a full strand because it's $6. Little Unikite Rondelle, 4x3 millimeter. Last strand. Only doing it as a full strand. Really cute. Kind of look like guacamole. I love guacamole. I had never seen stones cut like little cat heads before, and they were so cute. I was like, yes. There was 2 booths on my way out, and that was the first of 2. I was like, I'm supposed to be leaving, but I've got to buy your cats. And then I found more. All right, we got a lot going on here. What in the world? All right, these are jade. 6 millimeter rounds. $8 for a full strand. Yeah. What a good man to help you with that. I remember I had C-sections with both my kids, and that first shower is a doozy. It's hard. Half for Sam for $4. I got a ton of these. I'm gonna have to decide what to do because I really do love some jade. It looks like actually I have 6s. Those look like 7s. Where's my caliper? Right here. Oh, and if you can only use 1 foot, yeah, that's tricky. I'm so glad he could help you. Yeah, these are 7s. All right, same price though. 6 millimeter rounds. Sam, I gave you 6s. Crafts, do you want the 6s or the 7s? These are 6s. These are a little bigger 7s. I like the color a little better on the 6s. The 7s? Okay. I'll find you a good one. Oh, this one's good. That one looks really nice. Okay. I got you a good one in the 7s. You're welcome. $4 for half. Oh, Donna. Oh, man. I worry about that because we are in a 2-story house. And we have half bath on the main floor, but not any like showers or tubs. And so I kind of worry about the day that might be a problem. But You do what you got to do. And I do remember after my C-sections, even stairs was hard. I just kind of got upstairs and lived upstairs. I didn't move much. Oh, I'm so glad you have them, Karen. That's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, those are pretty. Good choice. Good choice. Anybody else? I have half strand for 7mm, or we can do 6mm in jade. And then I guess maybe these all got sent together. They're all on the same hook, which is weird. I'm going to change that. So we have green aventurine and an 8mm round. They're also $8 for a full strand or $4 for a half. Green aventurine, 8mm round. Exactly. You have no choice. And they don't, I don't know if it's anything like my husband wouldn't actually care. A new saint of boy, 14 years old. I did not see that. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to look it up. I don't do much news because most of it is so negative, but I love a good positive story. Okay, full strands only on these. These are 6mm black onyx rounds. $5 for a full strand. One for Sam. One for Donna. The news is, I know. That's why I stopped watching it. It was stressing me out. It's taking up too much negative space in my life, so I quit. I quit the news. Something big happens, my husband tells me. And if there's anything I need to know, he lets me know. All right, these are 5mm rounds. Snowflake obsidian, $5 for full strands. I have 2 of them. We're only doing full strands on those. $5, 5mm rounds. Aren't they pretty? I like them. I like a good feel-good story. Yeah, there needs to be more of that. One of those for Pam. I'm only doing full strands on those, Sam, because they're $5. You good with a full, or do you want to pass? You got it. Those are gone. And I have 1 strand and a 8mm. It's $6. So again, we're only doing the full strand on that. Only one available. $6, 8mm rounds. Snowflake obsidian. All right, we have 3x2 crystal glass or rondelles. I do, but not today. I haven't actually done a glass show that hasn't been check glass in a long time. But I do. I have a bunch. Maybe I'll have to figure out and do that show sometime because they're not very expensive. They're always a good deal. I think they're like $2. Yeah, let me keep an eye on my shows. I'll schedule something for a glass show. I would pull them out, except that I have like 20 colors and they would take up all the rest of our time today. All right, these are 4mm hematite rondelles, full strands only. These are $3. Yeah, that's like a 5mm actually. I was like, that looks like a big 4. $3, 16-inch long strands. Closer to a 5mm, but $3. $3. Hematite. There was, I'll have to see if I can find it. I didn't want to pay the price for it there because I think I can get it for a better price from some of my other vendors. But they had plated hematite that was matte finished. It was very cool. Yeah, it's been a while. These are full strands as well. This is white jade, $5, 4mm size. One for Sam. I know, it's been a really long time. I've just been getting really excited about check glass and other things lately, so I need to do a glass show, just a regular glass show. $5, 16 inches long, 4mm white jade. Again, it's kind of that white opaly consistency where you get some light coming through those, not an opaque white. Really nice. Good little one to have on hand. $5 for a full strand. Oh, is it? I wonder if it has been that long since I've done a glass show. Wow. That's crazy. What are these? Wow. All right, these are full strands only because they are $4. 6mm rounds. This is dyed howlite. They say dyed howlite malachite. I think they're trying to make it a malachite color. It's not as dark as malachite. Definitely howlite. It's cold like a stone. It feels like a stone. So I believe that it is dyed howlite. $4 for a full strand. Really cool shade of green. It's almost like the Russian Amazonite, like a dark Russian Amazonite color. Not really malachite color. $4. 16 inches. What do we have here? What are these? Oh, these are really rustic. 4x2mm African turquoise hishi. $7 for a full strand, $3.50 for a half. These have like a matte finish on them. They're not polished, so they're very rustic feeling. These would be really great for like masculine jewelry, or anything that you just want to be really earthy. Latinite or Amazonite. Full for Kathy. No. I don't know. We've gone through the Amazonite in other shows, but is this Amazonite? I do have one strand of Russian Amazonite that I'll show you. But I did get some new Amazonite from the gem show this weekend, so we have more coming. $3.50 for a half, $7 for a full. You're looking for Larimer? Is that what you're asking about? I did get a little bit of Larimer. Not today, but another day. Yes, okay. I did get some. It's really good price. It's not very clean, but I kind of love that. I will show you next week. All right, here's the Russian Amazonite. I have 4mm rounds. I have 1.5 strands. $8 for the full, $4 for the half. Like charades, yeah. Half for Sam. $8 for a full strand. Or I can cut it up into 2 more halves for $4. 4mm rounds, Russian Amazonite. Really crazy good color. Crazy good color. I got some really pretty Peruvian Amazonite. Oh, I like these. I know. It's gorgeous. $10 for a full strand, $5 for a half. 6mm faceted smoky quartz. Half for Sam. Half for crafts. $5 for half. Oh, we got more halves coming in. Yeah, these are nice. Really nice. I actually love smoky quartz and Amazonite together. I do that combo a lot when I'm making jewelry. Yeah. It has, yeah. I got old stock pricing on these. They're beautiful. I had some 8mm that I showed first thing when we first started, so if you want me to pull those back out, let me know. This is the shade of smoky quartz that I like too. I don't like when it's lighter toned than this and pale and almost yellowy. I don't like that as much. So when I buy smoky quartz, this is the color I usually get. You want me to pull the 8s back out? I can do that. I can do that. I think it was the first thing I showed this morning, so people were still coming in. Okay, you just let me know, Sam, what you need to see. Let me know. All right, we got half for Sam, half for crafts. Half for Shelly, half for Donna. I've got a full or 2 more halves available. $10 for a full, 5 for halves. There's a loop. I'm like, does this one even have a loop to hang? 8mm. Smoky. Oh, I think I put it back there. Should have got a new tray. Here they are. I have 1 strand in the 8mm. It's 13 for the full, $6.50 for a half. Gosh, those are really pretty. Yeah, they're really pretty. $6.50 for a half, 13 for the full. Half for Shelly. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. That other half might end up in my stash. It's so pretty. While we're on smoky quartz, I have ovals in 2 sizes. We'll do the larger ones first, but just know that I have a little bit smaller one too. They're all the same price. So the smaller ones are the same price as these. 18 for a full strand, so 9 for a half strand. These are 18 by 13 millimeter ovals. And I'm going to measure them because that's what the other tag says also. But I think these are 18, 13. Yeah, these are 18 by 13. The smaller one, the tag is wrong, but it is 12 by 16. Ovals, ovals. Okay. And here's the smaller one, 12 by 16. 18 for a full strand or 9 for a half. This is a good earring size. I should be against the tray and not my skin. So you can see that smoky color. Okay. One strand left on this one. $8 for the full strand, $4 for half. 6 millimeter faceted carnelian. Half for Sam. $4 for half. I have one more half. 6 millimeter faceted carnelian. Pam will take the other half. I'm out, Donna. I'm sorry. I think I have some carnelian rice left if you want me to pull other carnelian out, but I do know this is a very beautiful shape. The faceting. All right. Oh, this is the one I hadn't heard of before. One of them I hadn't heard of before. Nunderite. I have a half strand left. This is a 10 millimeter round for $6. And they're very cool looking. I just don't know anything about it. 10 millimeter round. Half strand for $6. Nunderite. Cool, like kind of a gray brown blended with green. Sam will do the research. Yeah, they're very cool. I don't know anything about it though. Half strand available. All right. I had somebody not pay, and I want to not sit on these if you guys want them. All right, I have a half strand for $7. This is black onyx. I'm gonna have to measure these. They're big. All she wanted was big things, and then she didn't pay. 14 millimeter black onyx, $7 for a half strand. $5.50. These are 12 millimeter red jasper. Really pretty. Half strand, $5.50. 12 millimeter. These are cool. These are $7 for the full strand. 10 millimeter blue dyed howlite. Really great color. Hi, Sax. How are you? Yeah, you can have it, Sue. Did you make it back safe? Or are you traveling today? Hello. You got the nunderite. Yeah, I could have this one. $3.50 for half. $7 for full. Yay. Glad you're home. Bet that feels nice. Half for Donna. Sax, do you want the other half? Yeah, is that what that? You said thank you, so I'm guessing you're claiming. Yes, okay. Half for Donna, half for Sax. If dyed howlite always looked like this, I would be way more on board. These are pretty. Happy Heart, welcome. Thank you for the raid. If you guys are not following Happy Heart, make sure you do. She's my check glass bestie. She has gorgeous check glass. Sometimes she does stones, but mostly check glass. I think we're just gonna have to overlap a little, Happy Heart. I have these little 2-hour windows that I can do shows, and I think you're in the same boat. But we'll just do our best. Thank you. All right, half for Sax and Donna. No more underbite. What does that mean? All right, half strand of argonite. Another one that I don't know really anything about. Gorgeous yellow though. Sam, you got it. They're really pretty. I have a half strand of really nice rose quartz, $5.50. Those are, I think they're 12s. Yeah, 12 millimeter rounds. This is the kind of rose quartz that I look for. Rose quartz that doesn't need hot pink string in it to make it look beautiful. $5.50 for half strand of those. This I can do a half or a full on. 14 millimeter tiger eye. 14 for a full strand. 7 for a half. These are stunning. Is it? Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, Sam. That's really cool. 7 for a half strand, 14 for a full, 14 millimeter tiger eye. Half for Pam. Aren't those pretty? You know what? I saw a lot of tiger eye, but nothing this big. So that's kind of cool. Sue, I had so much fun at the gym show. I think I told you I severely overspent. But man, I got some good stuff. Cool, Sam. Thanks. Really cool stuff. Definitely will need a higher budget for Tucson. Way higher. I might need to go get like a bank loan, actually. Maybe I actually should. All right, half strand for Pam. Oh, so fun, Sue. All right, still have half strand for 7 if anybody else needs that. All right, and this is $10 for a full strand or $5 for a half. This is blue dyed howlite. It's like a denim lapis blue. Again, really pretty. And these are 14 millimeter rounds. All right. We'll deal with those later. Oh, see, this one is denim lapis. Almost the same color. But these are 18 for a full strand, 9 for a half. Denim lapis 8 millimeter rounds. Ooh, that one has some pretty pyrite right there. Half for Kathy. $9 for half. Half for Donna. Those are gone. Thank you, ladies. So pretty. So after today, I have to count up what is left, and pack it up, and send it away. But this is a good show. So maybe, so I just got new stone that we can still do stone shows. And then I'll be going to Tucson end of January, so that'll be a good time to restock. So maybe like next April or May, I can get this stuff again. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Last strand of these, $4 blue agate rounds. Those are probably dyed, I would imagine. $4 full strand only. 5 millimeter round. Again, 5 millimeters. So funny. They're really pretty. They're done nicely. $4. 16 inches long. Okay. We'll send it back. All right. These are $10. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're going to have to wrap things up. $10. Oh, this is why I didn't show these. Oh, gosh. I don't like that. Okay. Let me inspect these. This one looks like at some point had some cracked beads and somebody tried to fix it with glue, but not very well. So that strand, I'm not even going to sell. I'm going to send that one back. Let's make sure these look good. All right. Yeah, those look good. $10. Nuggety jade. Roughly 11 by 15 millimeters in size. $5 for a half strand. 10 for a full. We'll just send those back. Full for Sue. I like that one a little better. Little cleaner holes on that one. It's a good color. I like that color. All right, this is why I gotta show you. This is why I will not order labradorite from just anybody. This is labradorite. These are $6 a strand. Do not buy this for a labradorite flash because it has very, very little. There's a tiny bit here and there. But it is not high end at all. But these are $6 a strand, 4 by 3 millimeter. If you like that kind of olivey color with those black inclusions, get it for that. Don't get it because it's called labradorite. But this is why I won't just order things. Because I can order a labradorite rondelle and that's what shows up. And it's not what we expect of Labradorite, right? Same with these. These are $8 for a full strand. I will do halves of those for $4. This is a little more olivey colored. A little larger rondelle. This one is 6 by 4 millimeter. $8 for a full strand. I'll show you though, just so you know. What are these? These are huge. What is this? Okay. $22 for a full strand. 20 millimeter rounds. Reconstituted turquoise that has been dyed. So basically, they are taking pieces of turquoise and, for lack of a better word, mushing it together to create these. So technically, yes, they are turquoise, along with some binder that's getting those all put back together. Huge. $22 for a full strand. Chonkers. I don't know if I showed them before. I don't love the reconstituted idea, but it's okay. All right. Anything else that we have to show? Okay, I have a half strand of these. $6.50 rose quartz hearts. Half strand only available. 14 millimeter. Those are nice. Again, a nice shade of pink without having that hot pink string running through them. $13 for a half strand. No, sorry, $6.50 for a half strand. $6.50. 14 millimeter size. Got some crackle quartz. How do they call it? Yeah, crackle crystal. 12 millimeter rounds, $12 for a full strand, $6 for a half. They look like ice. Look like crushed ice. These are purple. Oh, half of the crackle for Pam. Back up. Back up. $6 for half. 12 millimeter crackle crystal. Anybody else want half of this? Happy. Happy to keep half, happy to sell half. Shelly will take another half, or take the other half of that. It is cool. They're like marbles. They're very fun. Quartz is your weakness. I love it. It says crackle crystal on it. My guess is it is a quartz, though. There we go. We're doing pretty well getting through all this. I'm pleasantly surprised. That one doesn't have a hole. There we go. The string. There we go. Yeah, I know. I do too. A few of them. They're very cool. This is $7 for a full strand. It is vibrant. $3.50 for a half strand. This is a 10mm purple dyed jade. They do some cool colors when they dye things. This is one of them. 10mm rounds. $7 for a full, $3.50 for a half. Half for crafts. I love that color. I mean, it's obviously not a natural stone color, but I do love it. $3.50 for half. I do have some check glass that would match this. You guys might have some check glass that would match this. Half for crafts. Half for sacks. And then a full for Donna. And then we have matching tubes. $7 for a full, $3.50 for a half again. 13 by 4mm dyed jade cylinders or tubes. Vibranty purple. All right. Is there anything that you guys were like, man, I really hope she shows this today? I'm going to have to wrap up in the next few minutes. $6 for a half strand, $12 for a full Unikite teardrops. These are 10 by 5mm faceted teardrops. 12 for a full strand, 6 for a half. I have a little bit. I have a little more. These are cute. In blue, not in blue. No, I have green. These are 5 by 3mm little tubes. These are $6 for a full strand. Only full strands on these. And you know what, Sax? I went to the bead shows this weekend, and I didn't see blue anywhere. Blue aventurine. $6 for those. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, I was hunting. I went hunting. $5, so full strands only on these. 4 by 3mm rondelles green aventurine. That's a good little shape. I saw a little bit, but it was expensive, and it honestly looked like kind of plasticky. Kathy, I got one that was similar. I did not find the exact one again. I have a few more places I can do some digging. I think I will be able to get it, but yeah, I didn't find the exact same one, which was a bummer. I got one that's close. It's a little more green. This is blue dyed howlite. 6 by 4mm rondelle. I only have one strand for $5. I saw one strand of rainbow obsidian. It was very expensive and not very rainbowy, so I didn't buy it. But I found some golden obsidian that is stunning that I did buy, and it was a good price. So, yeah. Stay tuned. It's gorgeous. $5 for that. Blue. I don't have much blue left, Sax. I had this one earlier. I'm going to show you this again. These are $5, 6mm blue dyed howlite. Those are 5 for a full strand, 6mm rounds. There's really not much left in these baskets that I have here. Just some like basic rounds, not anything super fancy. $10 for a full strand, 5 for a half, 8mm rose quartz. Those are nice. They do have the red string running through them, but I don't think it's influencing the color much. Let's see. All right. Got one of these left. 10mm howlite, $6 for the full strand. So we're only doing that as a full. $6. 10mm howlite, Donna. Oh yeah, this is that imitation stuff. Again, it kind of feels plasticky, so, but 12mm rounds for $5. I do. I'm watching the time. My alarm goes off, and then I have a cushion. So we're doing good. Thank you, Kathy. I'm watching it. I appreciate you. Oh, let's make sure we get this. Black onyx. Full strand. Oh, $7 for a full, $3.50 for a half. Buddha Boutique with the raid. 6 by 10mm. Welcome in, you guys. We are getting close to wrapping up here, too. Thank you, Buddha. If you're not following Buddha Boutique, make sure you are. She has fun stuff. Half for Sax, half for Sam. That leaves me with one full. Or I can half the other one as well. We're doing some stone strands. Anything $7 or more, I will do half strands. $6 and less, we are doing full strands only. Hi, Caterpillar. Perfect. That's totally fine. Yeah, so that'll be the other thing, you guys. If you've claimed today and have an open basket, I do give you the option to roll your basket over to my last show of the week, which will be Thursday this week. I will also be on Wednesday with check glass, Thursday with charms. So you guys can roll things over. If you want to check out today, let me know so that I can get that going for you. Sax and Sam. All right. Oh, Shelly, I should show you this. Just because. 7mm rounds, $8. Crackle crystal, smooth round, $4 for a half, $8 for a full. Half for Shelly. I didn't mean to like tap into your weakness there, but I saw him and I was like, oh, I gotta show you. I have to show you. They are cool. So I have another half or full strands if it need be blah blah blah. If anybody else needs these as well. 7mm rounds. Crackle crystal. They look like ice. All right. Anybody want to check out today? Happy to do that for you. Happy to roll your baskets over the rest of the week. Whatever you need. I just have lots of you that show up every day I'm on, and I love to be able to help save a little shipping off for you. Rolling over for Kathy. Ooh. I'm going to see if I can find that golden obsidian real fast and show you. It is cool. There it is. The golden obsidian. I'm not sure how much it's going to be yet, but yeah. Well, this will be next week. I need to schedule next week's shows, but this is golden obsidian. I don't have any kyanite right now. Was it another blue one? I showed some blue dyed howlite. I will have kyanite soon. Because I did buy some this weekend. It's just deep in my bags of things. Yeah, it's incredible. So that'll be maybe next week if I can get it tagged all right. Unikite. Totally fine. Totally fine. Yes. Unikite teardrops. There they are. All the ite stones, right? Unikite, kyanite, it all sounds the same. $12 for a full strand or a half strand for $6. Yes. Those are 10 by 5 millimeters. Yeah, do you want a full strand or do you want a half strand? I can roll it over, that's fine. Full, you got it. Perfect. That's okay, Sam. The other half of the one you got the crackle. This one. Oh, the unikite. What did you get? Which unikite shape? Oh, this one. Yeah, I have a full strand or a half strand of this unikite still too. I have 2 halves or a full. Those are bigger. 20 by 10. I will try next week to have the black or the golden obsidian. I will try next week to have those ready. The price on them was really pretty good actually. But I spent most of my weekend shopping at gym shows, so I have piles and piles of things I have to go through and price. So, yes, coming soon. I know, they're so good. They're really cool. All right, guys, anybody want to check out today? So I do need to do that now. My alarm's going to go off. So get out of here. It's fine if nobody does. I just want to make sure I don't miss you. All right, you guys. I will be back on Wednesday with check glass. See, there it is. Go get her. Wednesday with check glass. Thursday with charms. Thursday we won't be as limited on time as we are today. Switch to buying. I gotta find somebody to raid. You're welcome, you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Fair maiden, hi, I'm leaving. I have to go get my kid. I'm glad you popped in though. How are you? I gotta find somebody to raid. New stock. It's all pens and acrylic. Is anybody not doing pens and acrylic? See you on Wednesday. All right, let's find somebody who's making jewelry. I don't want to send you to pen people. Oh, Oh, good. I'm glad. I was like, I hope this is what she wants. So I did pop-up jewelry, fashion, handcrafted, brand name. Okay. All handmade by me. That's where we're going. Okay. You guys, thank you so, so much. I appreciate you all. I will be back Wednesday with checklist. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye. Okay, do some more digging. Thank you. Bye.